Learning objectives. By the end of this module, you will be able to describe the developmental trajectory of music, perception, and cognition across the lifespan. Analyze the cognitive and emotional roles of music in childhood development. Evaluate the effects of musical training on brain plasticity and cognitive functions. Discuss the impact of aging on musical abilities and the therapeutic uses of music for older adults. Identify characteristics and implications of neurodiverse music, perception, and processing. Explain how personality traits influence musical preferences and emotional engagement. Understand the genetic and environmental factors contributing to individual differences in musicality. Music and development and individual differences. Module 6 investigates how music perception, cognition, and emotional engagement develop across the human lifespan, and how individual differences shape musical experience. This module explores the ontogeny of musical abilities from infancy through adulthood, highlighting critical developmental milestones in auditory perception, musical memory, and expressive engagement. It also examines how innate factors, environmental influences, and neurodevelopmental conditions contribute to variability in musical skills and preferences. The course will consider the interplay of genetic predispositions, neuroplasticity, and cultural context in shaping music-related behaviors and psychological outcomes. Particular attention is given to the impact of musical training, cognitive maturation, and aging on music perception and cognition. Furthermore, the module addresses atypical developmental trajectories, such as the congenital amusia and music perception, in neurodiverse populations, including autism spectrum disorder. Through a multidisciplinary lens, you will analyze how personality traits, emotional regulation styles, and cognitive capacities influence individual differences in musicality. The module also explores the psychological and neurological basis of music-related talents and disorders, offering insights into how these factors affect music's role in emotional expression and social communication. Detailed content breakdown. 1. Early development of music perception. Prenatal and neonatal responses to sound and music. Infant auditory discrimination and preference for musical patterns. Development of pitch and rhythm perception in early childhood. Sensitive periods for musical development. 2. Cognitive and emotional development and music. Music's role in language acquisition and cognitive skills. Emotional responsiveness and regulation through music in childhood. Influence of parental and social environment on music exposure and engagement. Music and the development of theory of mind and empathy. 3rd, musical training and expertise. Neural and cognitive effects of early versus late musical training, plasticity and structural brain changes associated with music learning, transfer effects, music training's impact on memory, attention, and executive function, expert versus novice, differences in music perception and expression. 4. Music and aging. Age-related changes in auditory perception and cognitive processing, preservation and decline of musical memory and skills in older adults. Music as a tool for cognitive stimulation and emotional well-being in aging. Music therapy applications for neurodegenerative diseases, e.g. Alzheimer's. 5. Neurodiversity and atypical music processing, congenital amusia, deficits in pitch perception and musical abilities. Music perception and preference in autism spectrum disorder, synesthesia and cross-modal sensory experiences in music perception, therapeutic potentials of music for neurodiverse populations. 6. Personality and music preferences. Correlations between Big Five personality traits and music preferences. Emotional regulation strategies mediated by music listening habits. Role of music in identity formation linked to personality development. Individual differences in emotional sensitivity and musical engagement. 7. Genetic and environmental contributions. Twin studies and heritability of musical aptitude. Environmental factors, socioeconomic status, cultural exposure, education. Interaction of genes and environment in shaping musical abilities.